semen retention, body gains, and placebo. I was asked if all of this semen retention stuff is just placebo. The guy who asked me, he already had his life together. He had the money, he owned his own car, he made a down payment on the house, and every woman in his rotation is very beautiful, man. So he asked me, why do I got all of this stuff and I spill my seed every chance I get? And I see people who's on semen retention who don't have the women like me, who don't have their life together. They probably still live with their mama and they on semen retention. It was a hard question that he asked me. It was challenging, but I gave him the answer and he accepted the answer. But first, I always talk about growing on this channel, different times. This isn't a growing channel, but I always mention growing, not just trees, but growing everything. We all should have at least a small little garden. You can buy a tent and grow a whole big apple tree up in there, man, inside your house if you know what you're doing. Now, I got a couple of nutrients that I live by. Some of them are synthetic and only made for things like marijuana, but these same synthetic ones can still help your plants grow. And here go the first one. The first one is Foxform Big Bloom. This is all natural. This is let's see, earthworm castings, bat and seabird guano, and it has kelp and magnesium up in it. You could put this on your roses. You could put this on your tomatoes. You could do all of that. This is 100% natural. This, if you're growing marijuana, this is going to be the first thing that you use, right? And then you have Big Grow. This is synthetic. It has salts and stuff. You see this salt and stuff right here? You shouldn't use this on your tomatoes, although they have a very large tomato. This makes your plants grow big, man. It will be the difference in one bud. Let's just say bud. It'll be the difference in one bud being a half a gram and that bud being a gram. It puts weight on your buds. It put weight on your flowers. It just make it real big and beautiful, but it's synthetic, which means that if you're using them on your tomatoes or anything like that, you're gonna have to flush before you harvest. You gotta flush them. I'll talk about that later. And then you have Big Bloom. This is for the flower stage. This is a lot of potassium and phosphorus. This is what makes the buds grow. This is what makes the apples grow. This is what puts the meat on it. This is for the flowering, the blooming. You feel? It's for buds and bloom. So you got first, second, these together, second, and then you got third. You take this out, the third, and you use these together. You always use this, whether it's weed, a house plant, or some apples. You dig? And in between, you're gonna want some calcium and magnesium. This is called CalMag. You hear what I'm saying? This is for the roots and all of that. You hear me? This is for the branches that get stiff. They can withstand the wind and all of that. But with this, you can make this at home because this is just calcium and magnesium, right? So you could get a lot of eggshells, crush them up in some prunes, in some banana peels, and put them up in some distilled water and keep it in a dark place for like about 3 weeks, a month, and you will have some natural CalMag. But this CalMag is specifically designed for marijuana, but you still can use them on your house plants. Never use this on something that you're going to eat though. This is just to make your house plants, your roses, all of that really vibrant, man. You hear what I'm saying? And it also helps with the structure of the roots and the structure of the branch. You dig what I'm saying? You got this. Now, this is kelp. This is from Bush Doctor, the kelp. This is bomb. All you got to do is just use this. You don't even need the other ones if you're just growing tomatoes, apples, celery, whatever you're growing in your garden. You don't need all of the other ones. You could get away with growing this. But it's kind of bad for indoors because it smells like the ocean, the stinky ocean. I hate opening this up, man. I hate opening this up, but this is so bomb. This costs like $30, man. You hear me? Now, believe it or not, this is the king. This is the bat guano, the bat poop, man. You're gonna need some of this. You see them numbers up there, 731? That's nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. You hear what I'm saying? Or the other way around. Nitrogen, phosphate, and potassium. I call it phosphorus. I don't know why. But this, if you using this at the same time, say your friend is not using it, his plant gonna be that big and your plant gonna be that big, growing at the same time. You hear what I'm saying? So those are just a few nutrients that you give your plants. What you give your plants, whether it's you eating them, you showing them off like your flowers, your roses, or you smoking it. But you're gonna have to manipulate it because, like I said, the Big Grow, the Tiger Bloom, and the CalMag, those are all synthetic nutrients. You dig? Now that's it about the nutrients, man. This dude, he's a fly dude, man. He talking about, yeah, Wormwood, you sound good and all that, but I'm thinking it's placebo. So I said, you know what, man? First of all, it's not placebo. And the reason I say that is because I did the experiment. You have to do the experiment to know it for yourself. So the experiment is you go on for 90 days. Yeah, 90 days, you hold it, and then you release. You purposely release. You purposely sabotage everything. Why? So that you can see how you feel immediately after. Immediately after I release, I get down, man. My energy gets low. Also, my muscles, they start to get a little bit softer. You hear what I'm saying? I'm giving this guy the truth because I did the experiment. You hear what I'm saying? I'm not just sitting up here saying, nah, it works because a lot of people told me that it works. No, it works because I did it for 90 days when I was battling with if it works. I understand that question you asked me because I asked the damn question. So I was told to do the experiment, the 90-day experiment. And even if you're on a long streak and you're not thinking about relapsing or anything, after that 90 days, purposely relapse so that you can see for yourself how your energy gets low, how your manifestations slow down, how your confidence get a little bit low. You hear what I'm saying? So back to him. Why is he still manifesting and got the women, got the car? His life is good. His life is actually better than some people who practice semen retention. You hear what I'm saying? Why is it like that? Well, the same reason why Kobe can naturally make baskets, why Michael Jordan can naturally dunk basketball. This is what they was born with. There's people that's born with their confidence already up. There's people that's born already on the right track. Come to find out, this dude had a two-parent home. His father went to college. His mother didn't, but she was an in-home wife, and they was Christians. He was guided. His uncle was a firefighter. Whether you do semen retention or not, if I give you $1 million right now, you can't compare that to semen retention. You can't be like, well, why is this guy over there broke and I got $1 million and I don't practice semen? Because I just gave your ass $1 million. Your mama and your daddy and the people in your life, your support system led you down the right road. Whether you on semen retention or not, you still gonna be going to college, man. So we can't even compare a lot of things. I should have said before I answer that question. Are you from the projects? Was you raised by a woman, a man, or both? I can't just answer that question on the information you gave me about you, that little bit of information. Are you even a virgin? I know that he wasn't a virgin, but I'm saying just anybody. Are you a virgin? You hear what I'm saying? So basically what I'm trying to say is semen retention isn't going to make you dunk a basketball like Jordan. It's not going to make you automatically, you on 60, 90 days, get a girlfriend. It's not going to do that. What it's going to do is bring out your best qualities, man. Yeah. You have confidence. Every man is supposed to have confidence. Now, a lot of people went through a lot of trauma up in their life, so they confidence is compromised. You hear what I'm saying? But when you start practicing semen retention, you start getting all that energy, and then that confidence start coming back. Now, with that confidence and that energy, that's when you're supposed to go out and do what you do. I work out. So when I'm not on semen retention, I work out. But when I am on semen retention, now I works out. The semen retention isn't going to make me automatically lift 400 pounds. But I will lift 400 pounds on semen retention because it's going to give me the motivation to keep going to the gym, keep training harder than last time, and eventually I'm going to get it. But just because I'm practicing semen retention don't mean that I'm just going to go out there and get a girl. No, practicing semen retention is going to give you the confidence to go out and talk to a girl. And if she rejects you, you have the confidence to know that you still the damn man. And if you do that 10 times a day, then by the end of the month, you got you like 6, 7 females, man. You see the difference? That's what I'm saying. Well, oh boy, he was good. He good in life. And he don't practice semen retention. But he's surrounded by so many successful people that it kind of don't even matter, man. You hear what I'm saying? As far as me, I wasn't around a lot of damn successful people. I was around sex and violence, murder, all of that, drugs. So I'm not going to have the car that he have and the life that he have easily like he got it. It was handed to him. Me, I have to go out there and get it. And the best way to get it is to have a lot of energy. That's where semen retention comes in. Don't think that you're going to get on semen retention and your hair going to start getting longer, man. It's not going to get longer if you don't comb it and condition it and grease it and do all of that type of stuff. You mean to tell me you can be on semen retention, still smoking crack, let's just say still smoking crack, still immature, and all of a sudden you get on semen retention and you turn into something else? No, semen retention is going to give you the energy so you can do what you do. Some people don't work out. Some people don't like working out. So when they get on semen retention, it's not like they're going to just start liking working out and stuff like that. Some people like, let's say, cooking better than working out. They get on semen retention, all of a sudden, they're going to start having the energy to cook. And it's going to start a little small, and then all of a sudden it's going to be like they a damn chef. Not just getting on semen retention and becoming a chef. Even the Bible say faith without works is dead, man. So we have the semen retention. And then we have our goal. So I want to get this nice body. Forget the body. I want to grow some bomb trees, right? I don't just want to grow no trees that's just no trees. I want to grow some trees that when you hit it, it gets stuck right here. And when it's time for you to hit it again, you kind of regret it because it's still burning. And you ask people, hey, where you get this from, man? Now, I don't want to hear nothing else but where you get this from. That's the type of stuff I grow. You hear what I'm saying? So when I get on semen retention, and being that I like growing, not just trees, but just all types of stuff, I start gravitating towards all of the YouTubers that grow the trees, all of the connects, everybody. I'm getting all of the nutrients. I got the pH balance right. Now I got a good harvest. Not because I got on semen retention and then the damn plants grew. I got on semen retention and it gave me the energy to do what I had to do to get what I want. I hope you understand what I'm saying. Peace.